Loser's Quest.
All right, well, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Loser's Quest. We're doing a mid-season Mandalorian talk.
All right, this is Big E here. Albie was just introducing us, and we have the rest of the crew here.
And Rusty.
Rusty.
And mad spoiler review before I forget and get yelled at.
By who?
We're pretty much going to talk about the first 4 episodes.
By the lead spoiler.
Yeah, the king of spoilers.
The king of spoilers. But we're just going to, try to get to some points that we really liked and maybe talk about a couple of things that were like, I didn't like that, bro.
We're also trying to get you guys more content that's not just Rusty. So we're we're going to rewatch shows together and do shit again like this. Because we need more content.
Why you got to put our business out there, dog? Now they know.
They could notice.
They know.
They see it.
They see it.
They see it.
We push for deadlines.
Yeah.
We push for deadlines. So
we're making a change, baby. We back for y'all.
Yeah, 10 times, baby. 10 times the charm.
Yeah. We uploading every day. No, okay, yeah.
No.
We can, but that's on you.
We can, but we won't. They don't want it.
You're not ready for that smoke?
Nah, soon though. Soon. We're
Rusty
making
ain't
moves.
ready for that.
We're making moves.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. But let's get into it, man. We start off with episode 1. The Marshal. No, just. It's
That's the Mandalorian song.
I don't have the sound effects for that on my head.
Source it.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. That's an insider.
Right.
All right. Episode 1, Mandalorian, The Marshal.
The Marshal. Overall, just an overall overview. It was a pretty chill episode. Nothing too crazy happened.
We watched it. Let's just get in it.
Yeah,
that's what we're
just
trying
get
to
into
do.
it. I was just gonna do an
That's
overview.
why I have
All
the
right,
spoiler
go ahead, dog.
one.
That's all I was gonna say.
Okay.
But
All right.
Sure.
Yeah,
pretty chill episode. Let's go into it.
Back on Tatooine. You guys didn't like it.
No.
I like that. I'm tired of Tatooine. We've had too much story in Tatooine. Season 1 had too much. Episode 4 of the fucking movies had too much. I'm just, let's get somewhere else.
Is it because there's so much sand?
No, it is. I do hate it. It gets everywhere and it's coarse and something. I forgot what he said.
Yeah.
I did. But yeah, it's just,
Best pickup line ever, bros.
I just feel like there's
Next time
so
you get
much
an opportunity.
There's too many planets for them to keep going back to Tatooine.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
It's probably cheaper to go to a desert and film, but like fuck.
Yeah.
Give us something else, man.
They do give us.
I didn't mind because it does fit the Western vibe of the episode, so I didn't have a big problem with it.
I feel like they could have got creative at least if they're gonna do a desert. I get that it's a little bit alien, like they do have a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily see, but again, it's a fucking desert. Like we have seen it a lot, like Rusty said. I just want more creativity in that aspect.
I just hate the fact that every time we go back to Tatooine, we find something new that makes me hate Tatooine.
Yeah, this place is
Okay.
Australia, bro.
All right. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's not Australia. This place is straight up Australia.
Like, how would it take us like 5 episodes if I figure out there's a crate dragon there?
Oh god, that thing was sick, but holy
And
shit.
Movies. Exactly. Movies, everything.
I'm pretty sure someone figured that out before us.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you find shit that you don't like.
You know what? I actually did like that they did mention that there's other outposts in Tatooine, so I did enjoy that. A little bit more of the, like, you have this planet, you have settlers, how are they spread out, how are they connected, and people are just basically like, yeah, that town, it doesn't exist anymore, but it's there. It's there. So I that's what I like about the episode. It's like you have a different place in Tatooine. Yes, it's full of sand, but people are dealing with some struggles there. And I want to know how much moisture farmers make because, man.
These were miners, though, right?
They're miners.
Those
too.
guys are miners.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. They went too hardcore with the Western on this one, though. Like, not only are they fucking in the Wild Wild West, pretty much, they're miners too with explosives. I'm like, all right, I get it.
And they got a marshal.
And they got a Marshal.
Yeah, Marshall.
Basically crowned him king because he killed everybody who was.
Yeah,
who was
which is
basically
hilarious.
oppressing them.
Yeah, that part was cool. Well, I really did dig like the whole like differences between them because he's expecting a Mandalorian and at the door you just see a scrawny dude with armor. I was like,
It was funny that the armor barely fit.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
look at that
I'll
armor,
give him
I'm
that.
like, you gotta get that resized, man.
so I really like that. It's like it definitely you see the Mandalorians all like todo chulo and like fucking mamado, and then you see this little fucking dude like, hey
like my crop top. You like my crop top.
So I guess is the word I'm looking for juxtaposition? I don't know.
Justification?
No, it's just like the juxtaposition, like the differences. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I know how to English. But that's just I just
If
wanted
you're
to
gonna
mention
use
that
big
little
words,
Words.
source them.
Yeah.
I'll send you the
Listen
link,
to
bro.
the pronunciation a couple times and be confident in the delivery. Cause
I'll do that.
yeah.
This isn't the first time this has happened.
Yeah.
I swear,
the
baby.
Word correct. You
I swear,
correctly
baby.
used the word.
I swear, baby. But besides that, they kill the crate dragon. I thought it was a pretty cool design. I mean,
Oh, yeah, the
not much to
dragon?
say
That
about
shit
that.
looked fire. The effects on that were dope.
Mhm.
Like, we're not gonna get too in depth on episode 1 because we really want to talk about the other ones. But yeah, the design was dope. It was cool seeing the fucking Tusken Raiders back. It's fucking fucked up that they keep dying and
Yeah.
suffering compared to everyone else.
Oh yeah.
Which brings up the Mos Pelagio people, or Pelga.
Yeah, the
most
miners.
of them, though. I wanted to see more of them die. If you see, they recycle the clip of when the crate dragon spews acid. So the first time they do it, it's a group of Tusken Raiders, and then when he does the clip again, they re-roll that same clip, and it's more of them dying. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they just put more. in
Yeah,
the
it's
clip.
just like there it is. Okay.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. But nothing. I don't think there's really much else to say. It was a good cushion, a good start to the season, I think.
Yeah, a lot of great action scenes. I was hoping for a shootout at the bar again, but I got stopped by the crate dragon.
Thank God.
It
Some
was
might say.
the lizard dogs were a little strange.
Lizard dogs. Why am I not remembering this?
The little pets of the
Of the Tusken
Oh,
Raiders.
yeah.
Tusken
okay.
Raiders.
Those
Yeah,
are dope.
they've been in the medium before though. I've seen them before.
You know what? I've never paid
It might be
attention to
video
them.
games though.
Yeah,
Maybe.
like in the movies I watched, I've never seen them, so they were new to me. And then they made them cute, which is thing that Disney is doing.
Yeah.
It's like let them be a little fearsome.
We'll get into that
They
even
might
more
be
later
fearsome
too.
at night.
Yeah, maybe they are fearsome, but they're just it's like a dog's cute, but like a Rottweiler will fuck you up.
Oh shit!
He's
Wait,
just chilling.
no. Am I remembering the very beginning? Right, that's where at the night you see all the fucking.
No, we're talking about in the desert.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
I'm
what are you
tripping.
talking about?
He's
Oh,
talking
no.
about when the Mando comes out of the bar and the guy's like, "Oh, you promise you're not gonna kill me."
Oh no, the squibbies. Nah, we're not talking about those
Yeah, I'm
things.
tripping. I was like,
I've
wait a
never seen a
minute.
picture of the squibbies, so
I'm
that's
on
Those what?
I don't even know what they're called. I just called them that right now.
all right, all right.
Yeah, but anyways, good cushion, good start to the episode. I mean, anything else you want to really talk?
Then Boba review, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, maybe.
like
I don't know.
Maybe
Bro,
that young
Boba
Boba
review? Maybe.
Wrong page.
Like wrong page.
I
look
had
at
the
that.
wrong page up.
Nah, it is cool because I did kind of recognize the armor. It looked kind of tattered, but I wasn't that sure. And then at the ending, though, that's straight up.
That really sold
That
it.
was straight up
That's
the actor, I
homeboy.
think.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that's homeboy that played Jango Fett, who is
We'll clip
technically
his
the
photo
clone.
because I'm
clone,
sorry we didn't look
so-
up your name.
He's gonna look the same. I honestly, when I saw that, I was like, damn, Boba Fett was gonna go and get his armor. He's like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
tracked it down.
And
'Cause,
it's cool because they also kind of hinted at it. They were like, where the Krayt Dragon was living was where a Sarlacc pit used to live,
Mhm.
but that thing ate it because only that thing's big enough to eat a Sarlacc pit. So I was
I don't
like,
know
all
how big
right,
a Sarlacc is in.
Loki.
Yeah.
That made sense.
Jesus, I don't want to know.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, dope. Like, the Mando saved this guy's life, and he doesn't even know it. He just watched because Boba was just staring at Mando drive away with his armor, and he decided, well, I gotta trek it back that way.
He just got there, he's like,
I just
"Fuck."
got here. Yeah.
Imagine how double pissed he is. He's like, well, let me visit my friend the Kite Dragon who saved me from the Sarlacc pit first. He's like, what the fuck?
My boy!
I hate it here. Imagine that. When you think about it, he saved them from the Sarlacc pit. He's like, I'll go visit my boy the dragon first, then I'll go get my armor. Right? Like, die, no! My boy, my friends. I lost everything.
So
Well, we'll
for all
find
we
out.
know, he just took out Mos Pelgo and all the Tusken Raiders. They don't
Yeah.
exist no more
Yeah.
for killing his boy.
He's gonna be in the later scenes like, I killed all of them, the woman, the children. Throw it back to my boy Annie. But yeah. Besides that, a cool reveal. I am curious where they're gonna go with it. I'm curious if they're gonna go with it this season because it's already the mid-season, and I don't
thought
see where
was
he
gonna-
will pop
yeah, I
up.
thought he was gonna pop up
Yeah.
sooner.
And I'm pretty sure it's
low-key.
only gonna be only 8 episodes. So
Yeah.
Didn't Boba Fett work for the Imperial?
He was a bounty hunter, so
was.
not,
he worked for them, but like
he
as a
wasn't part of it.
freelancer.
Yeah,
Because
freelancer.
he was under the Fets.
Yeah, he was a contractor pretty
He
much.
might pop up in the end with Moff Gideon.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
might
we'll
still
see.
have
We'll see,
connections. So that could be a thing. It is interesting how they're gonna. I feel like there's gonna be a cliffhanger season ending,
Probably.
maybe, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
And
we'll get to that at the end.
and it'll
'cause
be
I wanna-
interesting. Yeah. Well, there's
Yeah.
one thing. It'll be interesting to see if he's caught up in the war that the Mandalorians are having. But we'll get into that in the next a couple of ones.
All right.
Future talk.
Yeah.
Future talk,
It's future
alright.
talk. No. Well,
We'll
it's
table it.
like episode fucking.
Sounds like the future,
Yeah,
bro.
episode
Episode 2.
Let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
talk about episode 2, which we, once again, we'll probably not get too in depth. It is more of a little isolated story, but it's just something that gets us to where it's going. The season, Mando's looking for Mandalorians. He found information to one, but first he has to escort a frog lady and her ex to a different planet. It's cool that they kind of use you can't use hyperspace to make a story happen. Like, you
Yeah.
can't. I was like, it's interesting, something they don't touch upon a lot. So it led to a nice little weird
I have
nice shit.
question about that. Can you light speed skip since I saw that?
Light skip speed might be more fucking worse for the ex.
Apparently it's dangerous.
It's basically going from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Let's put on full brakes
Yeah.
and then do it again.
It's like saying, hey bro, I broke my leg. Don't drive over 100. Oh, I'm gonna drive 99 and stop. It's like, no. And I think they explained in the episode 9, the movie, that that's bad for your ship because
Yeah,
their
I
shit
think
was
it's like
turning
the
up.
engines. But I guess we start off kind of like after you see like the awesome X-wings come in, X-wing patrol, fucking sick, bro.
Dude, pulling up your plates though, that's something.
that was pretty
Fucking,
fucking
yeah.
Yeah.
His face,
They straight put it on. It's like, dog,
literally, like it's like
how'd you find me, man?
Nick, you have an old ship.
And it's like, what you want with me, bro?
For real.
I'm cruising, baby.
That
I'm
shit was
California cruising.
that shit was a little like, holy shit, you found this motherfucker in a vast
It
open
was.
war.
Oh god. Well, they've been patrolling, and he's
True.
been on the trackers. After he made, what was it? The episode where
Prison Break, just
the
call it
prison
Prison
break,
Break.
and then he also signaled them to go blow up that space
Mm-hmm.
station. So he's on the radars. He's on the books.
That makes
It's
sense.
just what are
but
the
still,
chances, though,
it's
man?
just, like so fucking.
He did hit like, oh yeah, I never don't do hyperspace, and I get caught out. But it's like, damn,
He
the
really
one
got
patrol.
caught out.
Yeah,
One
that
patrol.
one patrol.
And the
Yeah.
one time,
You have to reinforce it.
And well,
Your tail,
I know
your tail
going
lights are. I just
forward
smack.
a little bit, but that guy's. It looks like he's patrolling that sector.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they're-
I'm sure they picked up a
yeah.
ping.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's like
it's
actual
just
shit.
funny thinking about how vast this fucking world is, and you just fucking get pulled up.
Yeah, but wherever
By the
where-
two people controlling that
well,
airspace.
to be
that
fair,
space,
wherever
yeah.
the X-wings came from, it must be a station with a bigger radar for the
That's true.
area.
That has
They
to be
it
it.
probably caught a ping. They got sent out to investigate it.
And the
you know,
X-wings have
they have
that- the
hyperspace, yeah,
hyperspace,
because they're shielded. What's up, lore?
What up? What up, Lord?
Lord.
But that just that whole little chase scene was fucking sick.
Yo, that chase scene was fuego,
fucking,
man.
was
Yeah.
it? They start off with the little opening of the X-wing, which is
That was-
always.
That was just one of the best. I like how they had the back and forth. Like they're interrogating him. They're like on the comms, and then you think things are going all right, and they're telling him just turn that back on. He's like, okay, I'll get to it, and they're not leaving.
Yeah, they're like, well, wait.
That tension was.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
it's
we'll
like,
wait.
dog. What
Yeah.
have you
Got time.
We got time.
The X-Wings opening, though, that is cheap nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's free real
But
estate.
it works, dog.
But it works.
And it's like switch over to like Com 2.
At
And
that
that's
point, you
when
might
you're like
yeah.
you're like
At
go
that
ahead,
point,
Mando.
you might as well say like, "Hey, dog, you capping." It's like what the.
For real, it's like, what's the point? Like,
That's like asking a girl you got a boyfriend. Like, just ask her out. It's gonna be the same result either way. Just cut the middle, man. What are you doing?
is the same result going to be no?
But that chase scene
Sad.
is fire, which I'm dope they're doing in live action, because the only other dope chase scene is in the cinematic trailer for Star Wars Squadrons. They have a dope ass cinematic trailer. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I'll show it to you guys after, and then I'll clip maybe sections here. But yeah, that chase scene was dope, and I'm just glad they were doing shit like that, because that shit was beautiful.
It was,
yeah. dope. The action was nice. Him like going straight
Yeah.
up, turning off, then
'Cause
just free
They
fall
start
down,
off
then
in,
going
they start
low.
off in space, and then they go into the planet, this ice
yeah.
planet,
Drop to
and
the
that's
atmosphere
and through the
Mando's
atmosphere.
using the cloud coverage to outmaneuver them because he has a slower ship. Because I like how they're taunting and saying like, "What is he gonna do with that old piece of junk?"
Yeah,
yeah.
And multiple times they're like, "Nah, we could shoot you right now," and he's like, "Ba-choom, "Fucking Bendiso, homie."
You're like, try.
Yeah.
Try.
You see like the X-wing pilot just all chilling, like
Yeah,
and
the
then you
guy's
see
just
Mando,
like-
like, oh no,
You see him like,
He's fighting for his life.
hitting every button like I'm fighting for my fucking life. And the guy's just like, all right, he's turning right, I guess. You know? Mando is a noob though. He didn't try the thing where you turn on your blinker to go left, but then go right. That might have juked the shit and like just hit that little. And they're like, he's about to turn left. He's like, dude, with the right. He's like, oh, he a pro.
Well, if you remember when they pulled him up, they actually broke his tail lights. Like, why did we pull him over?
yeah,
Like,
okay.
your headlights are up.
They're like, why? Headlights are out, bro. He's like, It's like, baby Yoda, keep your hands up, dog. You already know what's gonna happen. You already know. They don't know what I'm down here, but once they find out my last name is Pascal, it's over, bro. It's over, man.
It's over.
Once they find out my last name is Pascal, that's it, man.
Ya estuvo.
Yeah, that's it.
But besides that, you got some fucking giant spiders, which was sucky.
Whoa, no. Fuck those spiders. Like,
Yeah.
They gave me Lord of the Rings
I mean,
flashbacks.
oh god, it was.
As
They
soon
look
as I
sick.
saw
Though.
it,
They look
I
sick.
was
But
like,
scary.
yo, Lois ain't gonna like this episode.
I mean, I
I'm
think
surprised you were, not
the thing
too
what
bad.
I could manage it is because the butt was standing up, so it made it a little bit more manageable. It didn't look like a straight up like I'll see that motherfucker, which is really weird.
For
It was
me,
still
it's just
creepy.
weird that some of them were just small, some were kind of like football sized, then there was like bigger ones. I was like, oh.
And then it was like fucking Mama Lona. I was like,
Yeah.
no, on this way.
Yeah.
Then there was like Sheila from Lord of the Rings. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
that was a pretty. I managed. I pulled through. I pulled through. It was okay.
I'm just like, they would have got Swarm. I just, the chase for me wasn't believable. If it
Yeah.
was a smaller Swarm, I'm like, he'll make it out. And I'm surprised he wasn't using his flamethrower throughout the whole thing. I thought that would have been
yeah.
a more logical weapon.
I'm glad he eventually
Or
turned it
just
on.
throw the frog lady at him.
Use it to like the whole thing around fuel.
Hey, but it would have given
That's
him
true,
a good
too.
head start, though.
Could have just yeeted the frog lady at him like, yeet.
But
That
she
would've
knows
worked.
from The Mandalorian.
I mean,
Nah, her husband is.
You know, it was just he had the eggs. He was carrying the eggs.
The
he
eggs
could've
were
just
important.
delivered them.
The eggs
And
are
just be
important.
Like, look, try to get your wife here, but she fucked up. She went, skinny dipping in a hot pot.
She tried to seduce me.
and spiders started popping out. So I chose to save your kids.
She wanted this Mando dick.
Nah, he should have yeeted Baby Yoda, the true villain of the show.
Which is our
I
second thing.
Let's talk that
Oh,
shit right now.
God.
This boy is evil.
Hell
He's the
yeah.
omen. He's got a little 666 in the back of his ear. I saw
A
it.
lot of the tension
Zoom in and enhance.
in the
Seen
episode,
it.
it's like the Mando is gonna fail his mission because this little fucker's gonna eat all the eggs.
That was a very odd tension point that I'm just not realizing. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I felt it. He was like, dude, it's just gonna eat them all.
Yeah, and I know if anyone watches it, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a fake show about fake thing." Like, fuck you, that kid's evil. That
Hell
shit's
yeah.
fucked up. Get over it. We don't stand
He's
this
probably
man
like
no
the
more.
last of his kind, and they said these eggs are the last of their kind.
Well, no, they said
Come on,
that's of her race, I think. It wasn't her kind. Her breed, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might have been just been her brood. It might. There's probably more frog people out there. We don't know.
Yeah,
But still, that's
Who knows?
fucked up.
Who knows?
People.
Who knows?
That
They're
could have
probably
been the
like-
last couple too.
maybe
You're right,
she's
that
like the
could've been
ginger of frog people since she's the last ginger, and just like can't let this die, bro.
Can't let this color die.
Yeah, I can't let this shit die.
But I mean, regardless of the tension, it was pretty funny at the same time. I laughed. Like, I was like, haha, that's so fucked up, but haha.
Yeah, it was good for the lows. I didn't think I was gonna be so mad at goddamn Baby Yoda.
I would have liked to see her walk in on that. Like, obviously she didn't see,
I
but
think
like,
she knew though.
do you think so?
Yeah, I think she knew. 'Cause-
I mean, low key, she probably did count. Like, what the fuck happened to these motherfucking
Yeah.
eggs?
Either she was mad or she's just like, "Ooh, that boy a freak." If she know where they come from, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't speak her language.
Yeah,
we
she's
don't
just
know.
like, "Ooh, that boy a freak." Shit, I don't know.
she's probably like, I was gonna throw those out anyway.
Right? We didn't want that anyways. And
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, he was eyeing one of the little tadpoles. Like, this motherfucker's gonna eat this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know.
Spider.
That was creepy though.
Oh,
He originally got a
yeah.
spider egg before they all opened, and he ate that shit straight up.
That was pretty creepy.
But that's
actually.
normal though. He's had a frog fetish since the first season. He ate that
Oh, yeah.
frog.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
fetish, bro.
So
he is a
it's
freak.
a fetish. You
Yeah,
know,
he's a freak.
we don't kink shame at Lucer's Quest.
But he is a
He
freak.
sound like a king shit.
They made
Nah.
a point that he is a carnivore, so
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
give that guy salad. He won't eat it.
He won't
He
eat
didn't
it.
The paste.
Oh yeah, he didn't eat the paste either. I think he did at the end, but he didn't want to, right?
He got attacked by one of
A
the
squid in there, right?
Oh, that shit
Yeah.
was creepy as
And then-
fuck, dude.
And then man was
Nah.
just like, "Don't play with your food." I'm like, "He almost died."
Allegedly.
But that's
Allegedly.
the next episode.
But
right?
yeah, the last thing, I
Yeah,
guess
the
the
last
last
thing
thing
we have
worth
for this-
mentioning for this one is your point at the end where the
Little
X-wings
ex
come.
machina.
Oh yeah, that was just. I don't know. It definitely lowered a lot of the stakes. It's like, okay, you have this big thing, you're showing me that he's gonna die, and the X-wings come back and save his ass.
It was a little far-fetched too. It was like, okay, I guess. I mean, at that point, you just gotta accept it. But it's like it feels like a reluctant acceptance. Like, all right.
Yeah, because when he crashed, I'm like, how is he gonna get this shit out of here? I don't think this thing is drivable.
Yeah,
At
they
least in
did.
my
They did
head.
right their way into a corner.
Yeah, so
That was a little weird.
Like, okay. Yeah, that's my big complaint. From that
I guess the
episode.
only complaint from that is bouncing off of that is how I forgot how exactly we worded it, but we're talking about how like we ran your plates, you did some bad, but you also did some good. You're
Guess
good
you're
to go.
all right.
So that was a little like all right, whatever. But I think that's it for that one. I mean, I guess this is when it really pops off is episode 3.
So 3 and 4, baby.
Oh yeah,
3 and 4. We start off with episode 3, which is the Hyris.
the heiress.
The heiress. The heiress.
And it crashes and shit into the
I
water.
graduated high school, I swear.
You sure, bro?
I go to art school, leave me alone.
That was one of the funny comedic moments, though. Him trying to land the ship, and he
Oh.
almost lands it, and then he just
Yeah.
plows into the water.
And then you see Homeboy out there
Yeah,
like,
Homeboy's
just like,
like,
"Hijo de la-"
Oh God.
Like, I didn't think
No.
I was going to have to turn on the crane today. Fuck.
Oh,
my man.
Alright, cool. It's gonna be a chill day at work. I'm almost off.
Yeah, for real.
You see
Yeah.
Homeboy like,
That
what up, G?
mandatory OT.
You thought?
He was like, he looked at his watch like, all right, I'm off in a minute.
Like,
You thought?
hater.
But it was Waterworld too, so you know.
Not
Hey.
the movie.
Not the movie, but a nice welcome change of scenery, man.
At least it's not Tatooine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
not
desert.
desert.
Now we got pure
We
ocean.
got the the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Moisture all around,
Everywhere.
On the wall you could see.
Wawa. Moist.
Give me some of that Wawa.
I feel bad
It's
for
all
the Mandalorian. He's like,
moist.
hey, yo, can you fix my ship? And there's like netting inside. I was like, how is this
The guy didn't say he was gonna fix it. He's like, I'll make it
dry.
drivable.
That shit was
And the
hilarious.
first thing he said, I'll put fuel in it if it can hold it.
Which
Fair
is probably
enough.
didn't do shit. He just probably put fuel in it. But that shit was hilarious. But a lot of revelations happened. Like he comes here looking for some Mandos, but on his way there, like he gets tricked very easily. Like
Like,
Yeah.
Third episode, third trick.
yeah, my man. I guess he Pedro Pascal. I don't know what you're doing, bro.
It's like a lot of trust that he does give his contacts in the beginning,
Mhm.
and that like rarely did it backfire in the first season, but in the second season, it's showing like the betrayal is high on this season.
Like it ain't no game anymore. But he follows. I forgot the name of that fucking alien race.
Oh, the Quaron.
the Quran.
Which
Apparently
is
they're evil.
fucking racist that they're evil again. They were the evil before. Why couldn't the fucking calamari people be evil, man? What
For
the
that-
fuck?
Yeah.
Racism.
You see, instead of like, the fucking him
Space
fixing,
racism.
yeah, you
Space
could have had the
racism.
dude in the dog instead of filling it
Yeah.
up, just steal his
Yeah, the
rings.
Tusken Raiders got a redeeming quality. Like, oh, they honor their deals like the Mandos.
And they gave them a very fucked up deal at the end.
Yo,
But they
more of
pay
their
for it,
people
though.
died.
Yeah, they pay for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they paid it with their lives. But he gets tricked, and we get introduced to Bo-Katan and her
comes
boys.
saves him. My question was, when he went to go and try to rescue Baby Yoda, was it like basically a compulsive move? Because he was just like hanging on for his life. He's like, oh shit, I forgot, I can't swim.
Or it was that it's like maybe shoot the people that did this, then dive in. So they can't do any more.
true.
Yeah, it was like, bro, you suck
Yeah.
at your job.
You're terrible at this.
It's his first day on the job. Come on. Well,
Feels
But
like it. Should.
Mhm.
but it was pretty
First
cute. It was
day
like, I
on
got you.
Because the other homegirl, full armor too, goes down there, no problem, blasts it, gets the baby back. So him not being able to actually function in that situation was like, man, did they write him so that he can't swim?
that too, or the
Damn.
armor might do that.
It must be a Rusty.
Yeah, or,
2.0.
you know, main characters usually don't get swimming abilities.
That is
In a game, she touched the water, you're dead. But then when
My enemy.
Homegirl dived in, that was a cutscene, and you could do anything in a cutscene.
all right.
So
I like that.
we'll leave that for now.
But they come in pretty badass with jetpacks and just start beating ass.
Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan.
Yeah, just
Bo-Katan.
firing shots and hitting every one of them.
'Cause they're Mandalorian.
Bo-Katan.
Mhm.
And then he goes back onto the dock and
Whoa, no! That's when the big revelation.
oh shit, my bad.
They're talking to each other, and he's basically saying, "I've been quested to deliver the baby to his kind. And they're like, all right, let's talk. And they take off their helmets, and he's like, you are not Mandalorians. And Bo-Katan replies, what you talking about? I was in the Great Purge. This armor's been handed down in my family for 3 generations.
Yeah, she was like 3rd generation,
my
bitch. Yo, orphan ass motherfucker.
Just shut my boy up,
Yeah.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting because I remember the prequel trilogy. There was a like Jango Fett always took off his fucking helmet for the scenes. Boba Fett never did it in his movies. And then when the Mandalorian came out and they came out like, oh, they don't take off their helmets, you're like, oh, this is lore I didn't know. I guess Jango was either a disgraced one or he quit or something.
Or he was just edgy as hell.
No, but then it turns out Mando's the cult motherfucker. That he's in a weird thing called what was it? The Childs of what?
Child of the Watch.
Childs of the Watch, and they believe in like the old ways where I guess you don't take off your helmet.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan's a bit more newer.
I was watching a couple of YouTube videos, and then they reiterated, like, I guess one of their old leaders was called the Mandalore.
Yeah.
And he didn't take off his helmet. Like, once he was crowned, like, the leader, he was the only one of the Mandalorians who couldn't take off his helmet because he was representing the people. So he lost his identity so that he could unify Mandalorian
Yeah, so it
clans.
can become like a...
Yeah, because when they talk about the way, when Din talks about the way, he also, and the other people around him, they say, oh, we're following, I guess, like the rules of the Mandalore, not the Mandalorian. So we're all gonna behave like the top figure in our society, and go from, well, yeah, go in that extreme so that we unify our people by not showing that we're from different cultures, but we share. Different ethnicities, and that we share the same culture.
And honestly, I thought that was just in general. I thought it was cool, but finding out he's in that's technically like cult motherfuckers, like fuck. Because I thought that was pretty cool, like him having like their own set rules that they can't take off their helmet. Like that's pretty tight. Like that's something cool. But then you find out he's technically in a cult, and you're like, damn.
I'm like, fuck, man, it's such an inconvenience to eat. Like that's the one thing I'm taking. I don't know if I could be in your cult, man. I can't eat comfortably.
bro.
He took off his helmet to eat. He did it in the first season.
Yeah, but he has to eat on his own. Like if you're gonna go to a bar, there's people all around, you know.
Every time he goes to a bar, he gets into a shootout.
Yeah,
Because he can't eat. If this motherfucker was eating, he wouldn't be cranky and shooting places up. Okay? He hangry.
I was glad that it turns out he's the one in the call because not taking off your helmet's stupid.
It's stupid. But I thought it was
too
tight,
much.
though. It was just like I thought it was a cool little thing that they had, a little gimmick. But just finding out technically it's a call, I kind of ruined it. And like, damn, my boy crazy.
I'm glad some of their gimmicks were a little too. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about Mandalorian culture right now. A little too strict for my liking.
But you also got to realize it wasn't at their height, so it kind of makes. I thought they were just like remnants. This is something they're doing to like bond, like kind of like you said, like we're trying to bond and we're trying to survive. So we're implementing these new little, I guess you could say, technically rules, to live by. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. You guys are trying to live, and like, nah, you're in a cult. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense though. He's just like
that makes sense.
They found him in the middle of a war, a battlefield, orphan, and they just took him in, brainwashed him pretty much.
His parents are probably still alive.
They probably killed him. Cole probably
Or
killed him.
they're probably the ones that killed him. But
No,
regardless,
bro, it was the robots.
but regardless, he's a crazy. He's a crazy, but he's still cool.
Hey,
Crazy with dope ass armor.
Hell yeah, dude, fucking sick as shit. But he goes back onto the dwarf and he gets tricked again, or not tricked, but kind of like ambushed, like always.
yeah, he goes to the docks. He's getting basically interrogated by what are they?
His cousin or some shit.
No, the squid people. Do
Yeah.
they interrogate him when he gets back to Quarren?
They don't
Yeah.
interrogate him,
They're
but they
like,
kind of
they
like, you
swear,
killed
like-
my fucking family or
Oh
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Hey, you
He's
killed
gonna
my
get
brother.
he's gonna get beat up, right?
And then he gets rescued again by Bo-Katan, and this
Yeah.
is where the deal
God,
happens.
Just how you know how hardcore she is, it just drops in. It's like, no, I killed I think it was your brother, and just
Yeah.
start shooting them. It's like, we know what this is about. Let's just end it right here, and let's buy this guy a drink.
I know, and I do like the fight scenes. This is something that's overall in the Mandalorian is like they don't shy away. Like I think this happens later, but they're pretty visceral. Like they shoot motherfuckers, they straight up kill them. They stab people, and it looks like they're stabbing. It's not that fake shit where it's like, oh, I'm stabbed, let me fall over and die. It's like, nah, you got fucking stabbed, bitch. And that's just how I perceived it, at least, and I thought it's fucking cool. Later on, you see someone get like a knife thrown at him, and you see him pull it out, and you see like what is basically blood. Like, dude, this is a fucking Disney show. Like, okay, holy shit, I'm surprised they took it there, but I'm with it.
Yeah, they got a demographic that they gotta please, and they know it.
I'm glad.
But they did Disneyfy it by adding Baby Yoda to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, I had to even it out.
They
It's
have
true.
the balance. They know their limits.
they know they this is the way. They have the balance.
This is the way.
But I think that's the last. No, and then that's when they go to
The ship.
and then they have to steal that shit, right? And that's when you hear more about
Yeah.
why they're trying to do this.
Yeah,
And
you find
see-
out what Bo-Katan's up
Yeah,
to.
that's
she,
what- yeah.
She about.
She
Yeah.
lost her Darksaber and she's trying to become the new ruler of Mandalore.
Yeah, because
which is cool for
Yeah.
future implications.
Yeah, trying to unify the clan, see if everybody comes out, and it's like, all right, we're gonna be some holdouts over here.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool because you do see more about the Mandalore, where Mandalore stands, and like all this culture is like apparently you can live on Mandalore, the planet, like apparently. And my boy, crazy guy, didn't know that. I was like, no, you can't go there, you'll die. It's like, nah, bro, I've been there.
I live there.
Yeah.
I live there.
In them dome cities.
So that was a pretty cool implication. I don't know what else is on that one.
I think
So-
you're just speeding through it.
I am, I'm sorry.
So it's
Go
like,
Minnesota.
yeah.
We were trying to be honest.
Yeah, so I definitely I like how they rope the Mando into a mission to get the weapons,
Mhm.
right? The deals are being altered as they go, which is really funny for the show because he's usually in control of the deal. So because we were gonna talk about the ship, like seeing 4 Mandalorians in formation was amazing.
That was pretty sick.
It's like they're storming the ship, they're putting off shots, they're using all the technology that they have available to their advantage. So they're using smoke screens so that they could clear a hallway without getting hurt. They're basically ejecting people from a cargo hold because it's more efficient to kill them that way
Instead of wasting bullets
instead of wasting bullets.
or whatever they use.
And when we talk about Den being also like the more brainwashed one, he's the only one out of the 3 to say, "Oh, this corridor, we gotta take it. Well, I'm gonna go suicide bomb it and just run straight into the fire."
I will say
Well,
just
that leads more to him being in the cult where he's brainwashing. He's like, I should do
I
this.
got this.
Yeah.
I will say this is just purely aesthetic, but I do like how different they look. Like obviously they have the same armor, but they look so drastically different. At least in my eyes, probably just because the armor's painted. But I feel like Mandalore has such a unique look. He's just like I'm like from the outskirts. I don't know. He just screams like he's from the Outlands or the Outer Rims. Like that's where he's from. And like, dude, he just to me
Yeah.
he fits that.
Yeah, definitely. He has like a very heavy medieval look to his armor.
I think that might be
and
it,
even,
yeah.
like the chest plate is more complete. While
Yeah.
when you see theirs, it looks like it's still connected through fabric.
Mhm.
Like when you saw Boba Fett's old armor,
Yeah.
there's more fabric on it than actual what is it called?
Beskar.
Beskar on it.
Yeah, so I that's just purely aesthetic, and I just really like that. I was like, hey, my man stands out. He's
Mm.
crazy, but he stands out. and then I think
Local PTL.
local beat. Oh.
Yeah, it is interesting though. It's now to a concept where I don't feel like the Mandalorian is the Mandalorian. He's like, he doesn't know shit really. He just knows what he's been taught by some weird, crazy cult clan. And Bo-Katan's more the Mandalorian to be in essence, pretty much for what she knows, what she fights for, what she's trying to do. So it is weird though. It's a weird. I didn't expect that, but they're like Mandalorian. They took away some of his cool for me, and it's just like he's just kind of like he's kind of doing what he thinks he has to do.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, it is a little bit of the cool. Like I said, just hearing he's in a fucking cult, just kind of like, fuck, bro.
And this is I think what's going to drive the show and make it more interesting because now we've been like me. I've watched some of the Clone Wars, the animated series. I watched the movies. I haven't gone deep into any of the other, I'd say media out there for Star Wars, which is books, games. So I'm out of my depth at times too when it comes to the show. So I like that now they're also introducing other people that look, we're teaching you this thing and this is what you've accepted because this is probably your first encounter with Mandalorians, and now we're gonna throw another Mandalorian into the mix who has more history with Mandalorian culture throughout the years. So I really
that's true. And
I really love that they're doing that.
it's pretty cool. They didn't like ostracize him or anything. Like, oh, you're a crazy cult guy. Like, nah, help us out. We got you. I mean, she kind of dicked him with the altering deals, but
Yeah.
at the same time, she did hook him up at the end. So that was pretty cool. They didn't just like shush him or anything.
When she
so.
dropped that Ahsoka name drop right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Suck a name drop. So yeah, that was a pretty big one right there. Like, if you haven't seen it, obviously it's in the Clone Wars, the show.
The big
And
one is the fact that stormtroopers are now fucking hitting shit.
oh yeah, that too.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Stormtroopers could hit anything that doesn't die.
Or is shiny. We've established they're moths. What do they hit?
Motherfuckers.
Lightsabers and apparently
Shiny
his
armor.
shiny ass
Shiny armor.
armor. Did any of the other Mandalorians get hit? I don't think so. It was just fucking Mando.
going
But
in
that's the
there.
biggest reveal of that one is a name drop, I think. Because it's obviously, hopefully in the next couple episodes, we might see an actual Jedi, which has been alluded to for like the first season and the second one.
It's like, spoilers, she's not a
No.
Jedi. She left the Order.
I mean, okay, fine. Technicalities, but I don't.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of worried me at the, I don't think it's gonna go that way, but just the implications, like the future episodes, is you're gonna have more Jedi-driven show, which I don't want it to be. I want it to be like the Mandalorian, like the name.
Goes into Kenobi.
Maybe, but you don't know where Kenobi stands right now, because
There is more Jedi's out there right now, though. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of threads they could pull.
I don't want it to be like focused on the Jedi, I guess, because we've had a lot of basically every other media has to do with Jedis. Like this is like something to do with not the Jedi. This is a Mandalorian living in the fucking
That's just
world.
the movies, baby.
I mean, in the shows too. I mean, the cartoon shows, it's all about Jedis essentially. You have a bunch of
Half of the episodes are like clone
I
trooper
mean, you know what?
units
Fair.
and
I
that
haven't
shit.
seen it, so
Yeah.
I'll
Video
take your word
games are
on that.
about pilots. Battlefront was about your soldiers. So that's just
That's
the
true.
medium.
That's true. I guess the medium. I guess I just
And
don't want the
movies,
show to become that.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with that.
Hopefully,
Biggest name drop.
If focusing back on Jedi's, as long as they're not a Skywalker, a Palpatine.
Please.
Ashka Skywalker.
Yeah.
As long as it's not all the Jedi in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the biggest name drop, and then the last episode, well, for us is episode 4. What's that? The Siege,
Siege, yes. I like being back on the
Planet Navarro,
Planet Navarro, seeing the characters, the Shock Trooper, the
Cara Dune,
Justin,
and Grief Karga.
Grief Kargas. It was great. It was, he needed a safe place to come back and repair a ship, and him saying he has to make a pit stop there, it fit. I'm like, it felt believable. You go where
Yeah,
you know
after
it's
seeing
safe.
the condition of the ships, like, yeah, bro, you gotta
You
you gotta
think?
get that fixed up.
No, we can make it, dog. Just put some tape on it. Mickey
That's a
Mouse
word.
and shit. Yeah, put some just Mickey Mouse. Because he is he's Latino, so
We don't know that he's a Mandalorian. We haven't seen his face.
that's true too.
Yeah,
but-
episode 8 of season 1, you saw his face.
My man's brown.
When the robots are like, I'm not a person, you could take off your helmet in front of me. You see his face. Episode 8. What's up?
My
Shout
man's brown,
out.
dog.
Shout out to me.
He knows how
You
to
see
Mickey
it?
Mouse shit.
Not in-
He knows how to Mickey Mouse.
I like
Season
yo,
one
bro,
finale.
you're getting a lot of heat from Rusty, and I can't defend you because he has facts.
No, I'm just saying. See, season finale of season 1, you see him take off the helmet.
Yeah, because he's all
Because
fucked
he's
up
dying
shit.
and the
Yeah.
robot's like, take off your shit next to me. I'm not a human, so you could take off your helmet.
My man was really gonna die. That's some cool shit. Now it's like fuck.
Yeah, little less cool now, bro. Little less cool.
But anyways, I do like how in the first season you see this. I don't know the name of the city, but that city that they're in this planet. It's like this lawless town, and it shows. But now when we go back, it's kind of like you said. Biggie said it's like a beautification of this little area. Like that's tight. Seeing it progress. It's like I dig this. I dig this. It's fuck yeah. Grief Card is cool.
Vacation.
Was it?
They got rid of all the minorities and the scum, and yeah,
But that's like I don't
it's
know.
mostly humans now, bro. In the beginning, Cara
I don't
Dune
know,
fucks up
was
3
it?
aliens.
Was it? Oh, I didn't pay attention. Was it pure humans now?
I remember when they went to the school. I'm pretty sure that school was mostly human kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
shit.
everybody else was just
Dog.
looking at Baby Yoda like, what the fuck is this?
New
guy doing?"
Empire.
You asshole. Damn it. But anyways, that was not my implication, but here we go.
And the only alien that we saw was indentured.
Jesus Christ. I hate
Oh,
y'all.
God.
Hey,
I hate it here.
the Empire's back, baby. It's like they never left, baby.
I hate it here. But I guess another big this is a connection I didn't make until we had a little talk on this, was when they go into the Empire facility, which turns out to be a cloning facility. You guys can take that away, because it was news to
dropped
me.
this with
I heard
the
it from
news.
you guys.
Oh yeah, it was pretty much they're talking about, there's this remnant station left behind, it's still garrison. Part of me was like, why the fuck would there still be people like that loyal to be at your job.
Yeah.
Like what the
Trying to get those
fuck?
benefits, bro.
Yeah, low key. Maybe they were punching a OT, and they thought it was all coming in.
Yeah, OT.
I'm getting this OT, bitch.
Well, that's what I thought, but it turns out it's a secret like research facility. So that made more sense of why they would station there, house there. And there was in the first season, there was a good amount of Empire there. And I guess this is where they start connecting the Mandalorian to the greater films or the big film saga.
To the next episodes in the series, and I'm like, okay. It's
To
good
the sequel series.
Yeah, it's good that they're doing
Oh,
it,
so
but
it's
it
gonna
just
be a
annoys
full
me
sequel
that now
series?
they could fix the holes in those movies with the media, and it's
Yeah.
just an easy cop out.
Yeah, and they're using a good show to fix their shitty shit.
Well, it's not just that. It's also leading
Love
to like.
Rose, so leave us alone.
Hey,
not
yeah,
get into
shout
that,
out to Rose.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, shout out to Rose. Fuck Rose. But it's slowly one of those things where like it would be cool if they were connecting them, but they're connecting them to episode 9, the Palpatine reveal, which I thought was so lazy and stupid. It's like
Yeah.
We already
all this
don't
is
like
for
that.
Yeah. And it makes you assume that they did it since this is in the past, so
Yeah.
it has some implications. But it's like, man. You're connecting this to some of the worst shit you guys have out there.
Yeah, because when I saw it, like, I guess it makes so much sense when Rusty brought it up, but I just thought they were going to create some cool Jedi super soldiers. That's what was my thing. Like, they're cloning some Jedi super soldiers, which is kind of far-fetched. And now that you brought that, I was like, oh, that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, because
It makes
you
more
brought up
sense.
Snoke, and you know, that's one thing that I didn't know, that Snoke was a failed clone of Palpatine. So when I just saw the VATs, I'm like, oh, Palpatine.
Yeah,
They're doing Palpatine here.
Damn.
As soon as they dropped the M count.
Yeah. To clarify,
Even
they
yours
go
was
through
more
the space,
more
find out
than mine.
they find out it's a research area. Then they find like a message talking about like, oh, this clone died. We ran out of blood from pretty much the child without saying it. Only his M count could. We need maybe even more for what we're trying to do. This experiment died, and yeah, it's pretty much you find out, Palpatine's a clone. Snoke is a failed Palpatine clone. You find out through a fucking bug. I found out
Just
thanks to
bullshit.
YouTube, because it's weird that they didn't just tell you that in the movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like they're mixing it in with some of the sub stories that like you didn't want this to touch. That's what people loved about the Mandalorian, that it was isolated stories,
Yeah.
doing
That
their
is
own
true.
thing. And now it's becoming like oh no, this is just kind of a quest of how maybe episode 9 came to be with
Yeah.
Palpatine's
Yeah, I hope
return.
not.
Yeah,
But
And it's like, oh,
because now I'm thinking, well, if Palpatine's back and you need the kid's blood, this is my prediction. He's gonna get kidnapped either at the end of the season, like you said. It's gonna end in a cliffhanger, and the only best cliffhanger would be him to get abducted again. He doesn't have his protected little baby pram anymore, and
they're going to eat that baby.
like left alone to be taken care of by other people. And spoiler, there's a beacon now on the ship, so it's gonna happen. Like this is my prediction for the end of the season. He's either gonna get kicked at this season or the next season.
And if he's right, we get to kick Big E in the balls because we hate that.
Nah,
Even though it's pretty logical.
yeah.
I think I have a good prediction.
This for being right.
So what's your
God.
prediction?
So he's gonna meet up with Ahsoka. The baby's gonna get dropped off there, right? Then he's gonna go to the Mandalorian planet. And Moff Gideon, if I'm correct, Moff Gideon doesn't know where that planet is. He's gonna take the fucking Darksaber there and become the ruler of the planet, and then go after Baby Yoda. Because now the Mando has to fight other Mandalorians and the Imperial.
That's an interesting one. But I don't think he'll fight
I think
other
that's too
Mandalorians.
many- I think there's too many things that need to happen for that to occur. Like, okay, he has the sword, right? But you already see that Bo-Katan is gathering clans. Like, she's saying, like, we're doing heists. So why would they follow somebody because they have the
No,
saber?
She said in the thing, she's like, I can't rule Mandalore without the sword. And whoever has the Darksaber is the ruler of Mandalore.
Yeah, I thought that saber was like Excalibur.
Yeah, I kind of.
He
That's
who
a little
wields it is
believable.
kinda like
I
the
think
king.
I kind of feel that. Like,
Yeah.
It's not implied. That's just what I figured.
True.
I'm pretty sure. Well, my prediction is that he's gonna get to Ahsoka, and Ahsoka's gonna not be evil, but she's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not a Jedi. I'm not a Sith." But I heard rumors that they need the child to recreate some evil that I escaped from once, and I can't let that happen. So I have to kill the fucking baby.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that.
I'm guessing
I like that.
Ahsoka's
We'll
gonna
see.
be like, "Hey, I can't let this fucking thing live because I sense in the Force that Palpatine's returning, or like whatever the fuck killed my master and turned him evil. It's returning."
that'd be
type
pretty
shit.
cool.
Since
Hey,
she's
I
got
love
scars
that
too,
prediction.
you know.
That'd
She's
be pretty
got some
cool.
fucked
If
up
they
shit
get
that's
that
happened.
dark, that'd be cool.
Ooh,
You know, they go dark.
Yeah, I mean, the point of this is my prediction. I'm too hooked on action shit because I wanted some Jedi super soldiers, and y'all two had some pretty decent, more believable.
Yeah.
Jedi super soldiers. All right, whatever. Fucking Halo shit. But yeah, that's it. I like that. We'll see what happens. Maybe next episode we'll get to see Ahsoka. We'll see.
On the
Well,
table?
3 predictions on the table.
I don't got one
Because right now he's gonna get hunted down. They're going.
Yeah,
towards
they're
Ahsoka.
going.
So, like, if he loses, if Moff Gideon loses the Darksaber to Ahsoka in the next episode, that'd be pretty cool. You know, you have a lightsaber battle was shaping up with them coming into conflict because the Mando's being traced. I see that's how the lightsaber fight might come to be.
That would be dope.
Well, I'm pretty sure if that happens, it'll be a thing where he gets bested by Ahsoka, but before she could kill him or take the Darksaber, all the Dark Troopers show up and blast him away, and she has to run away with Mando,
Oh.
and then the shit continues that way. Because they did really
Got it.
hint that, you know, he's coming in with a full squad, which I'm glad because, you know,
Yeah.
I get the whole joke is stormtroopers suck, even though they're supposed to be all badass.
Hey,
But at least they finally brought over some better troopers that are going to be more threatening at least.
Yeah.
Not just one shot in the chest and we got him type shit. We got some real shooters.
some shooters,
It's
Empire shooters,
programmed. It's in their algorithms.
Empire shooters. But we got 3 predictions. I don't got one because my shit ended at super soldiers.
let's be honest. Super Soldier Theory might pan out.
That's no.
They could be using some of the failed DNAs to use like they have like other Sith sensitive
I appreciate you trying to make me feel better, but I thought that was the whole point.
remember they
dog.
had the red stormtroopers in the last movie, and
Oh,
they
that
were
is
they were
true.
called like Sith troopers or some shit.
That's how
Then-
Starkiller was made. Huh?
Then
Yeah, but
they-
he was intentional. Well, he was an intentional Jedi. I just thought they were gonna be like super soldiers and do some crazy shit. I don't know.
It
dog.
might be the Sith troopers. It might be the honor guard that protected Snoke.
Well,
the
I
fell
hope so
ones.
because then
Who knows?
Thank you for
Might be
making
stuff
me
on the
better.
table.
Let's be honest.
It's
It
gonna
might
be
be a gate
interesting.
to hell.
Yeah, it's just cool that they're incorporating shit from
Hey.
episode 9. They're incorporating shit from the Clone Wars. So hopefully they're bringing in more mediums from the second last Star Wars game he made, the Fallen Order. He's a Jedi that exists in this timeline too. He's out there. The actor who played him looks just like him, so they could pull him anytime.
That's true.
So there's a lot of shit out there, and
Yeah. You know,
hopefully they start mixing some of
like
that shit.
once they dropped in Bo-Katan, I actually went and saw the episodes of Star Wars Rebel where they talk about the Great Purge, and I wish I didn't. The Rebels is not a great show.
Oh, Rebels
Oh my
does
God.
not
I know,
live
dude.
up to
I-
Clone Wars.
I know, dude.
At all, bro.
It's not. I'm very sad that
Play the games. They're
Yeah.
better.
I'm very sad that the Clone Wars, like the attention to detail they dedicated to Clone Wars, didn't carry over to Rebels, which is connected to that show.
Well, it's because Rebels, they went a bit more child friendly.
Yeah.
A little too fucking chill.
A little too much.
You know, like the best episodes, because I just went back and I didn't even watch the whole series. I just picked up when they showed Darth Vader, and I liked the storyline where the main character Ezra is being trained by Darth Maul. I like that whole like Jedi Order doesn't exist, but Maul is saying, "Hey, you're a Jedi, but I want to train you in the Force and train you to do other dope shit with it in the dark side." I felt Ezra should have been a good, just like middle grade character Jedi who learned how to use the dark side and the light side of the Force and balance it in between them. But we didn't get that.
Yeah, I think that's something that needs to be explored. Is just like someone actually delving into the gray area that you're talking about. Like that'd be pretty sick having a character that he's not a Jedi, he's not a Sith, he's just out here living with the Force. You know, that'd be
Yeah.
pretty sick.
That's
but-
Ahsoka, baby.
I mean, it could be.
Ahsoka and
We'll
Starkiller.
Starkiller's not canon anymore.
Not canon anymore,
But
unfortunately.
Does Ahsoka use any like dark side powers?
No, but she's gray though. She's not a Jedi, and she's not a Sith.
But
She's
she
just
still,
there.
like leans like light. She's like a neutral light side Force user.
She's stealing Sith lightsabers.
Yeah, but she's like
But she's not like the my thing is just like if you actually dabble with like Force lightning, Force choke, all those stuff.
well, that's Darth
Yeah.
Maul. He's not Sith or Jedi. He's just kind of like a nautical now. So
Yeah, but
he's just chaotic
but his-
neutral, but he's still neutral.
I don't know if he fits
Yeah,
the,
but,
what I
but
want to
he's
see
more of,
though.
like, dark side user. Like that's what I'm getting at. It's like sure, you could be neutral, but you have like where your proficiencies are. So Ahsoka's still very light side oriented in her abilities to use the Force, as is Maul. Even though he's not a Sith, he's very dark side oriented. So a good middle ground. I want to see like that character use both, and stay in the middle. Like he's not leaning towards one or the other side, but he's straight in the middle. He just accepts the Force. That'd be pretty sick. I want to see.
I want to see that one
not
day.
Just someone who abandoned their opposite orders and just like, I'm doing my own thing, becoming a Nako and Ahsoka just being a wanderer.
Yeah, but we'll see if we ever get that. I don't think they will. I feel like we'll probably not get that ever.
No, that'll be a story for after the sequel trilogy, because pretty much everyone before it was either Sith or Jedi, because those two regimes lived and trained them. So pretty much they're out there. Like Darth Ventress from the Clone Wars series, she was kind of neutral. They were pulling her towards the Sith. She didn't start off as a Sith, but that's kind of there. It's just I don't even know if I want that story though, to be honest. That's y'all. That's not me.
That's on us, dog.
Yeah,
we'll push it on you when it comes out. Hey, dog, watch this shit.
I'll watch it. I watch all Star Wars shit despite hating most of it, but I'm here for it.
I think one of the
Star Wars Rebels.
I didn't watch Star Wars Rebels.
I didn't even. Fuck that show, dude. I just want to.
I didn't even watch Clone Wars. I've seen like 3 episodes total.
Yeah, bits and pieces. Not really like
only the OG Clone Wars is the good one. The 2D one.
Animated.
That
shit's sick.
2D one, dude, rocked my world.
That shit was the shit.
That show's fucking sick. That show's so fucking sick. Oh my god.
Level first.
Hey.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot. But
Just that Clone Wars.
fucking A, dude.
All right, I guess we.
But
Yeah, that has to be it.
It wasn't that important. I'm sure I'll remember and tell you guys later. But yeah, that's our talk.
Yeah, we got some good predictions out there. We'll see which ones come true.
Hopefully none.
Hopefully we get. Hopefully we hit one. We
Maybe,
did pretty
hey.
good with our Castlevania.
Hey, all right, we'll see. We're waiting for that show to return to see if anything comes out.
I
But
know,
yeah.
right? It's pending.
Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna do another recap for most likely the last 4 episodes. That we'll do in the in-betweens. If we got holidays, work and shit. But we'll see what's up.
Definitely.
For the meantime, enjoy this shit.
Yeah, next one might be Discord because exactly the holidays, but we'll see.
Yeah,
what we do.
holidays and new lockdowns and all that shit.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how we roll.
Boys,
Out.
We out.
Check us out.
Deuces.